Alright, let me see here. Right. Yeah, I didn't get your notification that you went live. Oh, there it is. It just came through. That you went live. Oh, there it is. Alright, cool. I got it muted up and I am watching. Yeah, we got bad storms coming through here. Yeah, it's gonna be raining and nasty all day today, man. And I spent all day yesterday just final tuning on my truck and everything. Just getting it to where it's tip-top shape, and dude, I've developed a vacuum leak that now I gotta freaking track that shit down. Yeah. Oh shit, you're using your Oculus Rift. Right? I like how you're looking down. That's awesome. Yeah, I see everywhere where you look. Make sure I've got your at maximum quality. Okay. Yeah, I know what track this is. Yeah, I know this track. And I know it's the left-hander to go back up the hill. Oh. Oh, did you see it? You see what the road did? You have that bump right before the apex, and then when you come out of that bump and you come up the other side, you have a negative camber to the left. So the grade of the road is going left. So that's probably what's initially doing it, because what you're doing is you're compressing your suspension all the way, which means it's giving you a maximum camber, and then when you're cresting that hill, your suspension's traveling back down, so you don't have the weight of the car on your tires, so you're just sliding off of it. So what my suggestion to you is to take that wide, don't hit it like you did on the apex, go a little bit wide and try what's called crowning the bump, where you can keep your your two left tires on the pavement. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't too bad. Dude, this is so awesome with the Rift, dude. Yeah, you're running a pretty smooth line. Fresh tires. Yeah, be carried. still watching. You're just carrying too much speed. No, that was a good turn. That was perfect. The one you just did was perfect. You need to run it just like that every time. Awesome, dude. Yeah, so all I think you need, what's your temperatures at? I can't see that stuff. No, you're good. Just keep doing your thing. Never mind. My suggestion to you is after you run for a little bit, go to your exterior replay and get yourself like an elevator, like a copter view or something, and watch the ones that you take right. Because what I think you need to do, you need to start creating yourself what's called mental like brake markers and stuff, because this track doesn't have any brake markers. So you need to find yourself yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you need to delegate a landmark as your brake marker. You know what I'm saying? See, what I think you should do on that turn is whenever you're coming up to it, okay, you know, don't brake, just lift. You know, when you're coming down that and you start seeing that black thing to the right before the retaining wall, okay, what I would do, I would lift there, upshift, attack the apex, and then carry through with your throttle, and then when you're coming out, then you can downshift back down to carry your momentum. You know what I'm saying? That way you're putting yourself into higher RPMs, and that way you have enough of an attack coming in for the apex. And you're gonna have to, from looking at it, you're gonna have to get right on that freaking apex, right on that rumble strip. Like, you need to bump your right two tires on the freaking apex of that rumble strip. You know. So what's the difference? What's the difference between corner to corner? Dude, you're gonna make me fucking get on fucking Iracing now. Yeah, my new rig setup's gonna be nice. It's pretty close to what I have, but it's a lot smaller, it's more compact. So I'll be able to have it and still have my little gaming area that I have now. I'll be able to set the two up side by side. For that last one? Okay. Oh, okay, I see this one now. Alright, so here's my deal. When you're coming down that long straight before you get to that first turn, okay, first right-hander, after, you know, take that turn with an upshift gear. That way you can carry as much speed as you can through it. And then while you're coming down that straightaway, lift just a little bit, and then keep in the same gear and take that long sweeping turn. And it looks like you're going to have to trail brake it a little bit. You have to stay on the gas and the brake to keep the car locked in. There you go. That wasn't that bad. I mean, yeah, you carried a little bit on the exiting apex, the tighter part of it, but dude, that wasn't bad at all. Well, a lot of times you're going to be out of control, you know, because the car is basically going through, you know, what's it called? It's like a power torque rotation, which minimal input, you know, because you're basically holding on for your life. See, that's a good apex right there. That's a good turn there. And then while you're coming down, oh yeah. So did you brake or did you just lift and downshift? Okay. Yeah, so that long weeping one, if you notice that whenever you take that, you know how you have the first apex and then you have the tighter apex coming out of that long sweeping turn? When you come across that first apex, if you pay attention to the grade of the road, it's diving away from you to your left. That's why you're carrying and drifting. Because when you top that apex, your car is off of the ground, your tires aren't touching, so you're at minimum camber, and you're just basically sliding off the track. That's what I'm saying, you need to go a little bit wide, bring it back to the inside. There you go. There you go. Dude, that was perfect right there. Yeah, and another thing that might be able to help you is your tire pressure. If you're able to adjust it, I think you can adjust tire pressure. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, you've aced that turn now. You got it. I can see you going a whole. I can't feel the car or anything, but just from looking at it and your approach, dude, I can see you going faster through that. Right. So you got to take into mind when you're studying a track, you got to look at the cambers. You got to look at how the track grade is, because the track grade is going to cause the car to react in different directions, in different aspects of acceleration, braking, you know, your yaw movement whenever you're turning. All that comes into play, and you should be able to read all that strictly off of the grade of the road. Once you get to know your car, you know how your car is going to react. And say you get a car that when you take that apex and it comes up and it wants to carry out to the outside, if you have too high a tire pressure, which means when your RPMs of your wheels start getting up there, your tires are gonna collapse. You're gonna have minimum rubber, which means you're gonna lose traction. A lot of times what you want to do is let about 1 psi out of your tires, make them a little bit more spongy to where you keep a little bit more tread on the ground, because the more tread you can have, the more grip you're gonna have. And it's gonna keep the tire from getting so hot. You might get some outer wear on it going through some of the turns, but it's gonna keep your center patch and your tire wear down. But just a little bit of a tire pressure changes everything. Alright, you see how you have your camber? Alright, the outside camber on your left front is 61 degrees Celsius, 71 degrees Celsius, and 72 degrees Celsius. Are you able to pull up what your tire pressure is? You're not gonna be able to do it in game. Yeah, you're gonna have to exit it. Yeah, there you go. I keep forgetting that there's a little bit of a delay. 25 psi, front and rear. Okay, well, left, rear. Yeah, all your psi's. Oh, that's hot pressure. Okay. 25. What I would do, I would bring your front, bring it down to 24, and leave your rear where it's at. It won't let you adjust it. Okay. Oh, you can't go down? Shit. Well, here's another aspect you can do with it. Alright, instead of taking it down to 24, take it up to 28 in the front. Leave the 25, 28 in the front. And just to see what because what I'm looking at is what's called your camber tire pressure. Because when you look at it and you have the 3 aspects of your tire temperature, take it up to 28, and because what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to try and get the car to where you're getting, because whenever you look at the temperatures of your tires, your inside or the outside of your run on your tires aren't getting very much attention. They're not getting up to temperature. So that way, whenever you're getting to having to use that part of the tire, it doesn't have the grip temperature. So normally what I would do, I would turn my brake pressure down to make the tire conform a little bit more to the road. That way it'll force that outside camber to be onto the ground through the turns more and through the straightaway to keep the tire warm. But the only bad thing about that is it's going to heat up the inside of the camber, the inside of the tire. So now if you add in a little bit more pressure to it, maybe it'll still work. You might start getting a little bit more bumpy stuff through some of the turns, but we'll see. Yeah, you said you took the front up to 28? Yeah, I see it now, 28. Just see how it reacts. Less grip. Looks like you still had control, because there at the end of it you're able to steer back to clear that second left apex. Hey, if you can adjust your tire temps to where we see the range between inner, outer, and center. That way I can, whenever you're going through turns, I can just kind of glance down at it. If you can. There you go, cool. Oh shit. See, now you're running your tires at optimal temperature. Oh, it's carrying a little bit. We're going to adjust your tire pressures as if we're doing a circle track, because you're pretty much just making serious right-handers. So go ahead and pull, next time you come around, pull into the pit stop. Did you gain on it, or did you lose? Okay. All right, do this. Take the put the tire pressures back at 25. No, I think he had to. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. You can't do the right front? You adjusted the left front. See, I used to have mine set to tab. That whenever I drift on something, I could tab and go through all four of the tires. You know. Black box. So you hit F5 to get into your tire black box, correct? Oh, it didn't. Oh, that sucks, dude. There you go. Yeah, you can cycle now. So yeah, put them back at 25. I'm gonna watch your tire temperatures. Sweet. Hey, what you need to do, you need to make a voice attack for this. Let me ask you something. this game, are you able to adjust your ride height? Because if I'm not mistaken, I think on these cars, the only things you can adjust is your downforce, your toe angle, tire pressure, and ride height are the only things you can adjust in the car. And those things right there can make a car completely different. So yeah, those the 3 psi you put in the front, it brought your tire temperature down 10 degrees. Turn that wheel. So what do you have your steering rotation at? 900? Damn, I used to race with 540. You're having to turn that wheel way too much to make some of these turns. Now is your wheel rotation the same as what's in the car video? Okay. Okay, so you were carrying some pretty good speed through those, what I call the twisties, the switchbacks, and for the last one, you had a lot of speed going into that. Alright, not this lap, but the next lap, when you cross the start-finish line, I want you to put the car in 4th. Leave it in 4th. Don't go below 4th gear. So 4th is now your 3rd. It's gonna take a little bit to get used to, but maybe not. sorry. It's racing aspect. It's trying to get you to a racing aspect to go with the higher gear to get more speed. But yeah, this car ain't gonna be able to. Damn, dude, you know what? I've got some 2x4s out in my shed, dude. I can throw together a freaking racing rig here real quick. Because I got my Thrustmaster dug out. I'm sitting here looking at it. Yeah. But no, do you understand the aspect of what I was trying to tell you about, you know, using 4th instead of 3rd? I know it's hard to do with that car, dude. It's really hard to do. Right. So you got it. So what you're basically saying is you're having to use 3rd gear to keep your RPM back up there, right? so you can get back into it. Okay. Hey, just oh, okay, you already backed out. I was gonna say, just go into. I just wanted to see what the actual car setups were on this car. Okay. I just wanted to see what the car setup is and see what all you're able to change, because if you can adjust the downforce, and I think it has a front clip on it, and even adjusting the toe on the car. All right, say if you toe out a little bit, if you're able to, that's going to give you a faster response into the turns. Okay, just a little bit, not a negative. You don't want the front of the tires coming together. You want the front of the tires a little bit out. Uh-huh. Right. Wow, you're getting good FPS, 84 FPS. Yeah, it's not. Well, 84 is not bad, dude. For iRacing and what you're doing, 84 is not bad. All right, so what it looks like. Okay, so it looks like you might be able to adjust your anti-roll bars, your toe in at the front. Yes, it'll help to keep your outside tires on the ground. So I would put. What's on the rear? What's on the rear? You have to scroll down. Oh, it's OEM anti-roll bar. Does it give you an option to change that? Unhooked means that you don't have a sway bar on it. So basically, what that means is it's gonna take your sway linkage off. Yeah, yeah. Well, you're gonna have a lot of response. Very, very much responsive. But so the rear toe in is negative 1/16. Okay, that's not bad. That's good. That's good for your center line straight line. Oh, dude, from what I was just watching, dude, we can get you down into 55, dude. I'm serious. A few minor little adjustments here on this car, we can get you down into 55. I know I can see it. The way you're running it and the way you're driving it, you can run a 55 easy. Maybe a 55.5 to a 55.8 easy. Right. I like to make my own tunes for iRacing. I don't use any. What I'll do is I'll try out a couple different setups just to kind of see what the aspect characteristics of the car is. Um, right. So are you using your standard 8 shifter or are you using your paddle shifters? Okay, so you're not using a clutch pedal. Alright, so you're doing a sequential automatic, okay. Yeah, yeah. Right. Alright, so on this what you're sitting at here, take your front tire pressures back down to 25. They're up at 28. Alright, hold up real quick. On the front tires, you see where it says your cambers are negative 3.3? Take the front camber down to 1.5. I remember that on this car. Take your, yeah, take it. So basically what you do, instead of having too much of an aggressive angle, you're bringing it back to more of an upward stance. So you want to go to 1.5 on the front and take the back to 2.4. Yeah, there you go. And put the front anti-roll bars on medium. And then go run that, and I think you're going to see a complete difference in the car. Because what that camber is going to do, it's going to allow you to have more tire on the pavement. Okay. You know what, man? I'm gonna send you through Discord. I'm gonna send you what my race name is on here. See if you can pull me up real quick. Well, I have two of them. I can't remember what one of them is. I'll have to dig out my stuff, but that's one of them. I don't remember what my rank is on that one. That's not my professional one. That's just my mess around one. Yep. Cool. Yeah. That's when I was messing around with it the other day. It won't give you any of my stats or anything like that. Mm-hmm. You can see that's whenever I let my nephew start playing. You see that? Woo! That was like in a matter of, yeah. Okay. Dude, you're gonna make me fucking get my shit going here. Cool. Yeah, it just came through to my phone right now. Sweet. Where's my phone at? Damn it. You know what, dude? That's what I'm going to do today. I got like 15 2x4s out in my shed. I think I'm going to make a little setup. Just I can put my pedals on, my wheel. I can still keep my fat ass in my recliner. What you can do is you can set up. Yes, yeah, you can. All right. So what you'll do is go to. You'd have to host a lobby. So go up to hosted. Yeah. So you'd have to. Yeah, and you'd make it private. Basically, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to rent a server. Now, here's the deal: if you can go on and if you can find an official one that we can both get into, then we can do it that. But then we have to deal with everybody else. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So you can do official races, hosted races, practice by yourself. Yeah. Oh wow, they've got new cars too, man. Whoa! Oh, they got the dirt track now. Dude, they got Rallycross. They got Rallycross. Are you kidding me? Oh, they got the Dirt Legends. They didn't have that last time I was racing, dude. Right. Damn, dude. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, dude. I could fucking whip this shit together real quick. Yeah, yeah. You know what? Yeah, yeah. I'm doing it. All right, I'm getting off of here because I'm gonna have to move some stuff and everything. And yeah, I'm just gonna throw together a little setup here real quick. All right.